Hello, manifestors. So, how to stop reacting and fighting against your 3D? I see a lot of you constantly reacting and fighting your 3D circumstances. And this is what we are going to talk about today. You are going to understand, hopefully, once and for all, that you do not have to fight your 3D, because by fighting and reacting about what your circumstances are, you are just expanding it. You are just making all of this much harder than it needs to be. So guys, by the way, if you are new here, please subscribe to my channel. Like the video if you liked it, comment and share it so more people like you can learn to become master manifestors. My name is Sylviane. I am a manifesting coach. I also have a blog where I write about the law of assumption. I have a podcast every Tuesday. I have a free Facebook group, Manifesting Group, according to the law of assumption and the teaching of Neville Goddard. And I have a paid membership Facebook group as well. And all the links are down below in the description box. So on a daily basis, I receive messages, questions about people's 3D circumstances. Now, no matter how many times we are saying, not just me, but basically every manifesting coach out there, right? Everybody is talking about not reacting to the 3D. But yet, the most common problem out there, it's reacting to the 3D. So what does that mean? What does it mean when we react to the 3D? Well, first of all, it means that we are reacting to a dead world. Okay? Neville said that the 3D out there, what you see, it is dead. Why did he say that it is dead? Because once something is out there in the physical world, it is done. So it is done, it is dead. It's the same thing, right? Another reason why he called it dead, it's that once it's out there, there is nothing that you can do about it. You can always revise, yeah, you can do that. But as far as reacting about something that you've manifested in the past, it is useless, right? Why would you react to something that you have created? So it's like you are a painter and you painted a picture and you don't like the picture, and then you get angry at the picture. Well, that's how you painted it. So now it is as you painted it. You are going to get angry at the picture? Why? So it's better to leave the picture alone, right? You leave it alone. You can even throw it out and you paint another picture. Now you're making sure that you're painting it the way you like it, the way you will like it when it's done, when it's finished. So if your 3D circumstances are not to your liking, it's because you've created it. You created it this way. You have done it. Now, granted, you most likely have done it unconsciously. But this is why there is a need to find out about your subconscious programming. Because your subconscious programming is what manifests. So, conscious mind versus subconscious mind, there is no fighting. The subconscious will always win. So if you have any negative subconscious programming that is manifesting on autopilot, you need to find out what it is so you can change it. It is not because it's programmed at a subconscious level that it has to stay forever. No. The subconscious mind can be reprogrammed. Trust me, I reprogrammed pretty much my whole subconscious programming myself. But the thing is, I was willing to consider everything that was there as useless and get rid of it. Sometimes some of you are attached. You are attached to some things that you were taught as children, as you grew up. And as long as you are attached to things that are going to keep you in a certain way in your mind, well, that's going to prevent you from being a master manifester. That's going to prevent you from using your manifesting power to the max. Those attachments could be religious or cultural beliefs, for example. Those are strongholds that can prevent you from being a master manifester. And then there are the more common limiting belief type subconscious programmings. For example, if you have the core belief that you can't have the relationship of your dreams, that you are not chosen, that you are only second best. If you have such beliefs, when it comes to manifesting the relationship of your dreams, whether or not it's a specific person, doesn't even matter. That subconscious programming is going to manifest on autopilot. So you are going to need to consciously and willingly change that programming. But in order to change a programming, you have to die in the old one. Because if you keep on replaying the old programming while you are recreating a new programming, it's not going to work for you. You need to make the decision to let go those beliefs that are programmed into your subconscious mind for good. You need to let them go. They need to die off in order for new beliefs to take life. Remember what Neville says here. And if you understand this quote, if you write it down and put it on your fridge, put it on your bathroom mirrors until you get it, then do that. Neville said, you cannot serve two masters. Therefore, to take your attention from one state of consciousness and place it upon another is to die to one and to live to the other. Your old programming that is working exactly against what you want right now has to die in order to give life to a new programming. So if you have the programming that you're not wanted, that you're not first best, that you're not meant to have the love of your life, that subconscious belief has to die. That has to die, and you need to kill it consciously. In order to reprogram our negative subconscious programming, we have only one way. It's to use our conscious mind. But the thing is, I see a lot of you are doing this in a very resistant way. So, for example, you are using affirmations to reprogram your subconscious mind. And frankly, from my own experience, this is the best way to reprogram the subconscious mind, is to use affirmations. But you are using your affirmations from the state of being a victim, trying to use the affirmation to become a non-victim, to become a victor. And that's not working very well, is it? Whatever technique you are using to reprogram yourself, if you keep on doing it from that state, from that opposite state, it's not going to be working for you very well. That's why you have to do it with intention. You have to intend that the moment you do whatever you do, the moment you affirm, the moment you visualize, the moment you meditate, it's changing your being. It's changing you. But I see many of you doing this from a state of despair. So you are in that victim state and you throw those affirmations in hope that something will happen. But this is not how it works. This is not how affirmations work. This is not how visualization works. This is not how SAT works. This is not how any techniques that we are using to change our mindset, to change our state, and to change our circumstances works. Because if you try to change from that state of desperation, it's not going to be working for you. And I see a lot of you are doing just that. And that's why it's not working for you. You need to understand, not just with your head, but from the heart. You need to understand that as the operant power, as the God within, you already are whatever you want to be. It's just that you have not been conscious of it until now. And what you are not conscious of, you cannot experience. Why? Neville told us why. Because our consciousness is the only reality. So what you are not conscious of is not part of your reality. But when you become conscious of it, then it becomes part of your reality. Because remember, we do not create anything. Creation is finished. So when you want to become conscious of something, you don't have to create it from scratch. It's already finished. All you have to do is become aware of it, which is the same thing as embodying the state in which that thing that is already created exists. That's all you have to do. This is why when you are fighting the 3D, trying to affirm what you want, but in the state where that desire of yours doesn't exist, it is not working. However, if you embody the consciousness where that desire of yours exists, if you practice your SATs, if you practice your affirmations, if you practice your meditation from that state, rather than from a complete opposite state, then everything will flow much easier and much faster, and harden into fact much faster, right? In your 3D reality. Now, you may ask, how in the world can I do this? Can I do this work from the state that I want to acquire, that I want to embody? Well, that's when you use intention. You know what an intention is? Because some people have asked me, what do you mean by intention? Well, intention is making the conscious decision that what you're doing has a specific purpose. If I do anything with the intention that I'm doing it for a specific result, it's going to be much more powerful than if I just throw the dice and hope for the best, right? That's the difference between doing affirmations, for example, with intention, than doing affirmations hoping for the best, hoping that, I hope that if I throw enough dirt against the wall, some is going to stick. A lot of people have asked me, what does Neville mean by vain affirmations? As he mentioned in his book, At Your Command, He speaks about vain affirmations and how useless they are. That's what he meant. Vain affirmations are throwing dirt against the wall, hoping that some will stick, meaning saying affirmations as a robot. When you are occupying a complete opposite state without the intention that your new mental diet, because that's what affirmations are, right? Affirmations are your thoughts, your inner conversations, which is your mental diet. Those are terms that Neville used all the time. So unless you are using your conscious affirmations to replace the automatic inner chat, inner conversations that you have, it's not going to be working for you. When you practice affirmations, it's not just 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day, and then when I'm done, I go back to the other inner conversations. No. Once you start using affirmations to reprogram your inner chat, your inner conversations, it needs to be all the time. And that's when the intention comes in. You need to intend that from the time you start, you are going to catch every time you go astray. And you are going to bring yourself back into thinking your new thoughts using specific intended affirmations. And it's the same with SATs, for example. You cannot be doing SATs for 20 minutes every night before you go to sleep, but as soon as you open your eyes in the morning, you go back into the state of the opposite of what your SAT is supposed to imply. If you do that, then you are wasting your time. And this is why, guys, you keep on fighting your 3D on a regular basis. It's because you practice those techniques as techniques that occupy a few minutes of your day. But then you go back to the state where the technique was supposed to bring you out of. So you are, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of this very long video by now, you are serving to masters. And if you are serving to masters, the master that you've been serving the longest will win. This is why, guys, when you use any technique to impress your subconscious mind with a new story, you need to embrace the new personality. And you need to get completely rid of the old personality. In a way, you need to hate this personality enough in order to not want to go back to it. This is what personally helped me. I so hated that old Sylviane that I was just so happy to just throw her out, to just kill her for good, to embody the new me, to embody the new Sylviane, which I love very much now. But if you are still consciously or unconsciously in love with your old you somehow, and I'm sorry to tell you this, but some of you are still very attached to your victim self, because it's the state that you've known your whole life and you really like it. I can tell you don't like it consciously, but subconsciously you do, because I can see it. I can see and I can hear how some of you love to tell me the old story. You love it. You know what? As long as you do this, your external circumstances are not going to change. You really need to understand this for real. This is what is stalking you in the 3D, in your current experience, and this is why you keep on reacting to the 3D. So guys, I need to finish now. I need to end this long video. You need to intend. You need to make the decision to stop being who you used to be and start being who you want to be. Because without this intention, no matter what technique you are using to impress your subconscious mind, you are going to stay stuck somewhere. So guys, if you need my personal help, by the way, to transform your personality, to finally manifest your desire, check the links down below. Thank you for listening, and as always, I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Bye bye for now.